Hey everybody, it's Joey here. A little late if you were looking for me live at my normal time, 12:30. You know, of all days, first of all, it's holiday re-entry into not working to working and just getting back in the groove, and I had technical things going on. Oh my gosh, I was ready to go. I was ready to go yesterday. And yet this morning, every technical thing that could have gone wrong went wrong. You know how that goes? Anybody have days like that? All right, we're going to jump right into it. I see several are watching. I've gotten some thumbs up. Thank you for those. And I always love the thumbs up and the comments and all the hearts that you always give me. I really appreciate it. And it helps me grow my channel, which I am trying to do. All righty, let me get on my desktop here and we'll talk about some. Well, I don't have to go to my desktop. Let's talk about some things. We are starting at Stampin' Up! A new mini catalog of January through June mini catalog. April. They've shortened up the life of the mini catalog. Where do I have it here? Yes, I have it here. So this one. If you don't have one of these and you want one, just let me know. If you don't have a demonstrator, I'm happy to get one to you. So we're going to look at a couple things in there today, but mostly we're going to work on from some online exclusives. So we also have new products that just launched online, and they're not in a printed catalog, but I do have a PDF for you. So I've got this PDF for you. And it actually has let's go this way. It's always backwards on the screen. This QR code, let me just point it down to my desktop. It might be a little bit easier. Here we go. So this QR code, which you can take actually a screenshot of if you want to. It's not a shop link. What it is link to my newsletter where you get my free tutorials every week and my all the inspiration. I load it up for my email subscribers. So I try to get posted on Facebook quite a bit. My blog, I've not been super keeping it up, but my newsletter list always knows what I'm up to, what's going on, what I have to offer, and they get my free tutorials. So this is a link for that. I also link this in the YouTube description. Now I'm live on Facebook as well, I hope at least, and I can't link anything on Facebook anymore in the video description, but I will link it after the live video. I'll put it in the comments. But it has all the latest January through January. This is not the mini catalog. So the January online exclusives that just launched. And is this all of it? Well, okay, I might be confused. You're like, well, that would be par for the course. In the mini catalog, there have this two-page spread. These are the products that we're using. Well, some of the products that we're using today. This is actually a scrapbooking kit. We're going to use this DSP. It's called Made with Love. I'm going to see if I've got this wrong. I was thinking it was an online. Oh my gosh, it's in the catalog. So never mind. Ignore what I just said about being an online exclusive. Oh, totally got that mixed up, but it is here, and then you can see the all the cards that Stampin' Up! Made with it, and as I said, they have that scrapbooking kit as well if you're a scrapbooker or like to use those scrapbook kits even for card making. We're going to use this stamp set, this paper. There's some bubblegum ribbon and I always call it bubblegum, bubble bath ribbon. And we're going to use some other embellishments. Let me find the embellishments. They've got a lot of projects with this in the catalog. I don't know what I was thinking. My brain is a blur after the break. These gems are the ones we're going to use today. It's part of the Simply Beautiful collection. I don't know, Lord. Lovely and Beautiful collection. They're called the Pearlized Faceted Circles. Anyway, and then this suite, just a heads up, my friend Ali Gomez and I are doing a craft along with this suite. We're just getting that organized, getting our timelines, and getting that I don't even have my samples made yet because I just ordered this and it's coming today, I think. So I'll be working on my samples for that. But today we're using this. Okay. Let's hope my brain is going to keep up. I do have this online exclusive product list on my YouTube video. Also, I'm going to just get through all this business stuff. Bonus days is now through February 2nd. So with every $50 coupon, you earn a $5. With every $50 order, you earn a $5 coupon that you can spend next month. So you'll want to keep track of those coupons so that you have them to order with next month. There is a new product bonus. So if you spend $75, you have the option to purchase this stamp set. And what is this called? I don't even have the name on here. That doesn't help you, does it? I'll look it up before we leave today. It looks like it was supposed to be at the top here, and this very top got cut off. I had a hard time printing it. Oh, well. Anyway, this is the stamp set. I think it's called Fabulous Sayings. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But we'll get to that. Okay, more on that later or another day, actually. Today, we're going to work with a new template that I have. I actually got this from my friend Rhonda Wade, and then I made a whole bunch of cards with it. So this is my free gift to my newsletter subscribers this week. Is this? It'll go out on Sunday, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You'll get this PDF, and it gives you all the measurements for what we're going to do today. So this is free to everybody that's on my email list coming up on Sunday. And then for all of you that order this week, I have an extra special surprise. So I used this same template and I made, well, actually I've made a total of 12 cards, but we're going to make 4 of them today. And here's the PDF for 8 that I made, and I'll show you the other 4 too. So this is available as a thank you for a $50 order this week. So you will get this free PDF. It's got all the measurements, the dimensions, the list of products. As a thank you for your $50 order, you can also get a bonus coupon as well. So that is a pretty lengthy and detailed tutorial. And that's free with an order this week. But let's go ahead and look at what else we can do with this template that I'm going to show you today. So we're going to actually start from scratch today. I'm going to take a piece of the Made with Love Designer Series paper, and you can see this is a 12 by 12 sheet, but this template you can use with your 6 by 6 DSP, or you can cut your 12 by 12 like we're going to today. Some of you have asked me a bit about our paper trimmer, and there's so many benefits to our particular paper trimmer. I'm not going to go into all those today, but one thing that I don't think people know is this is the pull-out arm like this. So, but there's a little groove right here along the side. That is exactly 6 inches. So if you want to make sure this is, I can't see what I'm showing you. This is scooted in all the way, so you're lining this up straight. I can't get it all in the photo, so I'm just going to come down here again so that you can see where I'm cutting. But this is the 6 by. You can't see it because of the glare. For Pete's sakes, this is the way this is going to go today. 6 inches is right there. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to butt it up against this little guide right here, and then we're going to cut our 6 by 6 piece like this. Okay? And then we're just going to cut it again. Now, just so I don't forget about it, if you put in a $75 order this week, well, all month, if you put in a $75 order, you get that stamp set. You get gosh, all right, think about my words and slow down here. You get you get a chance to buy that Fabulous Sayings stamp set for $5. That's the bonus product of the month. This one, Fabulous Sayings. But if you spend $75, then you have the option to get it for $5. That's the deal on that. All right, I don't know. I'm all over the place today, aren't I? So You'll also, from me, if you put in a $75 order, you will get a 6x6 piece of the DSP from me. You'll also get one of these doilies. I'm going to take one out now because we're going to use one today. These come in 2 sizes, and I think there's like 6 of each size. So there's the light pink, and then there's the real red. We're going to use the real red today. You'll also get enough bubble bath ribbon to make the cards we're going to make today, and you'll get the supplies for all the cards that we're going to make today. We need our paper trimmer out here. So that's extra from me to thank you for your $75 order or more. Okay, let's get on with this. Let me find now the template. So we see here that we're going to make our first cut to be 3 by 6. So we've got this in here. Gosh, I don't know why I'm kind of anxious today. I think because I really crashed after our trip to Colorado. I was just so exhausted. Can't remember being that tired ever, but I didn't even recoup for like several days. So trying to get my brain to work. So we're going to cut this. This first cut is going to be this one at 3 inches. So we're going to cut here at 3 inches. Okay, that's our first one. We're just going to cut all the DSP first. Then we're going to turn this one of these pieces and we're going to cut it at 3 here. Okay, so then we've got these 2 pieces. Okay, now this one we're going to take and cut this one in squares. So we're going to go to 1.5. Here's 2, here's 1, here's 1.5 right here, 1.5. And again, I'm butting it up against our guide here. My scoring blade gets out of the way of my trimmer blade, which is important to get, so you don't cut or score accidentally. So I'm going to just cut there, and then I'm going to turn them, and I'm going to cut both of these at once. We're going to go to 1.5 on this one too, right here. I haven't checked my comments. I hope you're saying hi. I love to chit-chat with you and chat, but I can't see the comments. I have to click on another icon to see the comments so they don't just pop up, which I wish they did. Okay, so all right, this is our other 3 by 6 piece. We're going to turn this and go to the 4-inch line right here, 4 inches, and then we're going to cut that at 4 inches. Okay, now we're going to make some strips here. So this 3 by 4 inch one, we're going to cut in 1-inch strips. So I'm going to 1 inch here. Here's 1. Here's 2. I hope you guys had a good holiday season. I really was MIA from my Facebook. I tried to actually not be too much on social media at all because I really, really needed a break. Okay, so we have those 1 by 4 strips. We've got 3 of those. Now we're going to take that last piece of the DSP and we're going to cut this. This is now 2 by 3. We're going to cut this one in 2 by 3 strips. Okay. Nope. 1 by 2. All right. I'm going to say that again. This is a 2 by 3 strip, and we're cutting this into 1 by 2. 3 1 by 2 strips like this. Okay, so now we've got all our parts cut from our template. Now, let's make some cards, some really easy cards from this. Let's go ahead and start with, oh, I didn't even show you the stamp set, the actual stamp set. So here's the actual stamp set. It's called Endless Love. I also used this for my Be Creative Club this month. I'll talk a little bit about that later, but it's very versatile, and the dies are really versatile too. I mean, I know we're using that mainly for Valentine's today, but you can use this for wedding, anniversary, any of those things. So let me show you some ways to use this. Let's go ahead and start with the stamps. So I've got a piece of bubble bath here, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored the long side at 4 1/4, just your typical card base. Going ahead And this is what we're making, so I'll show you this one. So this one I used the background, the X and the O. I cannot talk today. I promise you I can talk. It's just not working well today. But you got to start back in sometime, don't you? You just have to jump back in and do your thing and show up for people, which I tried to do. All right, now we're going to grab our bubble bath ink and we're just going to do some background stamping. So I thought this was so cute as a background. This actually, I don't know, it's the little things, right? I like this bubble bath on bubble bath. I don't know why. I just think it looks really pretty. It's soft, but it shows up. It doesn't detract from anything we're going to put on the front of this. So I'm just stamping this really well because when you're stamping on colored cardstock instead of white, sometimes you have to make sure you get it inked really well so it shows up. So I'll be tapping quite a bit here. And I'm just going to stamp this very randomly to make our background. Like so. Going off the page or off my card sometimes. Let's go up here somewhat again. And then maybe over here, just to the side. That's pretty straight in a line. I didn't really want to do that, so let's do that. And I don't know if there's really a name for this. I just call it background stamping or make your own background stamp. I don't know. There's not really a name, but it's just to make a pretty background for whatever you're going to put on the front of your card. And I just think it's pretty, just like that, the bubble bath on the bubble bath cardstock. Okay, in case you didn't notice, we're doing all the pinks today, all the pinks and reds. Look at this. We've got bubble bath, pretty in pink, strawberry slush, poppy parade, and real red. These are all in this paper, and I think there might be. Did I get Flirty Flamingo? I didn't get Flirty Flamingo out here, but it's also in the paper. So I might need that. I can't remember. I didn't pull it out, so maybe I don't need it for these cards. Okay, let's go ahead and get going. Let's stamp the greeting. I have done quite a bit of the die cutting first for you today, so it doesn't, the video doesn't go like super long. Because actually the point of this video today is to show you the one sheet wonder. So that's the focus, and I just want to make sure that I can get through all the card layouts so that you see how it works, and you can adapt this to anything that you have. I'm going to use real red on the bubble bath, and we're going to put hugs and kisses on this. I had asked on my Facebook page, if you don't follow me on Facebook, make sure you find Create with Joey on Facebook and come join me there. We've got a lot of fun people that contribute and chat on there. Let's put hugs and kisses on this. I asked on my Facebook page if those that are on my page for that day, if they make Valentine cards. So I'm kind of curious too, because if you don't have small children in school anymore where they make a lot of Valentines still, at least I think they probably do, I was just wondering if a lot of you still make Valentines. I do, because I send them to my nieces and nephews. I always have one for Steve and my nieces and nephews, my brother, people like that. So now I have great nieces and nephews, so I'm going to show you some that would be really cute for little people as well as big people. I'm taking this doily and I'm going to put my this indentation right here along the cutting line for my trimmer, and so I'm going to match it up both down here and up here. So that looks pretty straight. It's not exactly, it's not going to throw anything off because we're going to use this little doily. Oops, doggone it. Every time I go to put the arm down, I move it. So let's try that again. Whoops. I'm not usually anxious about my Facebook, my live videos, because I just figure, it is what it is. I am who I am. But today I'm feeling a little bit anxious about it. I guess maybe because I haven't been on for a while. I don't know. But we're going to just have fun together and relax. Stamping is supposed to be fun. Okay, let me show you what I did for this piece. So we'll just get all our bits ready and then we'll start getting this together. So for this, let me grab my my dies. So what I did for this one, this stamp set has a lot of cute dies, but I used this one with this little whatever hole thing on the top. And then I ran it through like this with this die that cuts in the little hearts, and then that's how you get this. So I did do that already. I don't mind showing how to die cut when I'm doing live video, but it does involve moving the die cutting machine, which just takes a little bit of extra time. But anyway, I don't know. I'm so scattered today, you guys. Hopefully we'll get through this video in a good amount. Okay, now we've got, this is our, where's our sample card? This is our sample card. So we remember that we cut one 3x3 panel. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch piece of, this is strawberry slush. Okay, so let me move a few things here a moment and get all our bits organized, which we don't need that till later. We need that. Let's just get this going. Oh, I must have made two. Well, I'm over prepared. So somebody will get that one already die cut in their kit this week. Alrighty, let's go ahead and just use our tape runner on the back of this. And we'll just even this up in this little mat right here. We're going to make this very easy. Then I'm going to take this guy. And for the video, I'll probably go ahead and I have no idea where my silicone mat is. I don't know. How do you lose things like that? I just manage. So I'm going to put this on this is a little tray that comes with our glass mats. And it's also rubbery, so I would be able to get the glue off of this if I got it on it. I just don't want glue on my workspace, especially right now doing a video. All right, so let's grab that. And I always do a little bit of, when I'm doing die cutting and I have a lot of little bits or I'm making bows or something, I put them right there on my tray so I can find them if I need a little something. Now for this doily, I'm going to come, let's see, how do I kind of have this? I kind of have it kind of like, I like the way it looks on this, so I'm going to try and do that same thing. I'll put this up maybe just a touch. I don't want to move it too much because I have liquid glue on it. Okay, that's going to work. Let's go ahead, and I did raise this. I put it on dimensional, so let's try that. I totally lost my train of thought now. I told you we went to Colorado for Christmas. We went actually the day after Christmas. We were here with Steve's family for Christmas, and then we went to visit some of my family in Colorado. I'm just going to put this kind of down here. I kind of want these little hearts to show, but I'm going to kind of offset it, so it's going to be a little bit more to the left than the right, like so. Okay, there we go. Then our little heart that we die cut, I say we, but that I did ahead of time, showed you how to do it. We're going to just pop that up as well. Now, when I looked at this in the photo, I thought I probably should use a lighter pink for this. You can use any colors that Stampin' Up! Has put together in this paper. So I know it's not going to show up very great on video, but it does show up nice in person, and I thought it looked really cute with the polka dots behind the hearts. Like I said, it's the little things. I think The little things are always catch our eye. Then let's put our hugs and kisses on here. This is a die. I used to die from a set called the Stylish Shapes dies. There's a dimension right there. I want to avoid that. So I'm going to kind of come over here. It's a very popular set of dies. It has um, these flagged labels. This is not the best. I need my adhesive sheet, but you know, we'll make do. I do have a new um, silicone mat, but I have another one, a perfectly good one that I don't know what's happened. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and let's get this guy down here a bit. I'm going to go off of the, I don't want to go past here, but I'm going to go off my main image mat here, like so. And then, you guys, we have our first card with our 6x6 one sheet wonder template done. If I can find the ribbon now to make a bow. So I started today. We went to Colorado. We were there several days, about 4 days. Then we came home, and I think just all of the stress of the holiday season. I had to change schedules with my club. We're normally on the fourth Thursday, and they had to all be moved up to the third Thursday. And you know, it just kind of throws off things that are already going on those weeks, but what are you going to do? So there is that. And then I haven't told you this part. So 2 days before we're supposed to go to Colorado, I noticed water running out of our refrigerator. Not good. It's new. It's only 14 months old. It's a KitchenAid, so it's not, an inexpensive refrigerator. Anyway, long story longer, the warranty company couldn't get anybody here until December 31st. It was a mess. So anyway, I'll tell you more about that, but we're going to go ahead with our card. Anyway, as it was, the appliance company that we bought it from, we need gems. I'll send you some of these gems in your kit too. They sent out a replacement refrigerator because, we have literally $100 worth of food. I think I picked these light orange ones. Doesn't really matter. They'll all go. Let's go with this one. Aren't these pretty? They're called pearlized faceted circles. It's quite a name. Anyway, so we had to move all of our food to this replacement refrigerator, not replacement, but you know what I mean, loaner refrigerator that they put in our garage. I think this is really sweet. I would send this to my little people or my, more likely my nieces and nephews, not their children, because I have another cute set to use for children. But this would go to a girlfriend. Obviously could go to your hubby or your significant other. We've got that one. So that was our first one in our diagram here. So that was this little block here. So now what I wanted to share with you is I made this one using the same template as this, different paper, but same template. So I included in my PDF that I'm giving away as a thank you for your $50 order this week, the instructions for all 8 of my cards. So I did it with one pattern, then I did it with another pattern. So I'm just going to show you all the alternatives that you can do with this one sheet wonder, at least the ones that I made. So we'll set that aside. We'll come back to it. And let's keep going here. Whoops, lost a light. Okay. Yep, so that's that one. Let's go on to number 2. Let's see, number 2, this one. This is the one we're going to make this one time. This is out of those 3-inch strips. So let me, no, why do I keep saying that? This was the, well, we don't want that one. Where's those little ones, Joe? Oh, Lord in heaven, where did I put them? I thought I put all my little scraps right here. You guys, I just don't know what I do with stuff. Honestly, it's here. I thought I put them all piled up. I've got a place right here all piled up with all of these. And do I see it? No, I don't see it. But, oh, here, gosh, I put a stamp on top of it. Here we go. So this is the one we're going to make this time. This I did out of strawberry slush. Let's put that aside. And I put through the embossing folder. It's called the Hearts of Love, I think, embossing folder. It's on the PDF. And we're going to just go ahead and just put this down on our card. I would normally use liquid glue for this, but a tape runner is just a little bit faster for Facebook. Gosh, you guys, I cannot think. So in your kit, you'll get these card supplies. I'll have an emboss for you. You will need this bundle in order to make it the way I've made it. But if you've got other ones other stamp sets and dies that you can substitute for it, you can still use the card kit. So let's go ahead and keep going here. I will die cut this one for you because it's not part of the bundle that we're using. Anything that isn't part of the bundle we're using today, I will make sure that I have die cut for you. And I'll send you a piece of the 6x6 DSP. You'll get one of the doilies. You'll get all the card parts and supplies, and plus the PDF. So that all comes as a thank you for your $50 or $75 order. Plus, you get a bonus coupon, and you qualify for the Stampin' Up! Product of the month. That beautiful, very versatile word stamp set. Greetings. Okay, we're going to use this fun love stamp for this one. I want to make sure I've got this inked well. This is strawberry slush, and we're going to go ahead and probably get my head in here, trying not to. I think it's crooked. Yeah, it's crooked, but we're going to go with it. It's live video. I'm not stopping to do it better. And it's a handmade card, so there you go. All right, let's go ahead and, whoops, I have one more thing to stamp. Let's try and keep all this stuff together. I say let's, as if you're here helping me. I'm so glad you are here, though. I hope y'all stick around and watch all the cards made with this one sheet wonder. Now we are going to go to Pretty in Pink for the heart. We could stick with strawberry slush, but I think it gives just a little bit more variety and dimension. I think this is clean, yeah. Pretty in Pink, to use different pinks, because we do have different pinks in the DSP. We've got all the ones I showed you, plus Flirty Flamingo. Now, I did go ahead and die cut this ahead of time, so let's see if I can get this lined up. I'm just going to put it right on my stamp, hoping that's straight. Normally, I would stamp it and die cut it, but again, I was trying to save a little time. Oh, pretty good. That went well. All right, I think we're ready actually now to put this whole card together. So let me grab all our bits. And I think what I was starting to say earlier, I know I'm so rabbity all over the place. I felt like stamping. I really wanted to stamp. I've got new products. Valentine's Day is coming up. So even during that 4 days of rest, I came down and I just dinked around with my stamps, and that's how this was all born, because I didn't want to think too hard. I just wasn't ready to really dive into think hard about what I was making. I don't know if that ever happens to you. Looking for my tape. Here we go. And I had this 6x6 one sheet wonder as I said, from my friend Rhonda Wade, and I thought, all right, why don't I just do that for my team projects? So I did my team projects first. I'll show you those. I used the same paper, but I used a different stamp set. Um, so that's how I got started, and I thought, well, if I'm having trouble getting started with my mojo after all the holidays, I'm wondering if my friends on Facebook and YouTube will be. I cannot find my mini glue dots. Good heavens. Um, they might be able to benefit from this too. So that's how this whole video today was born. I'm just rolling up some mini glue dots. You could use your liquid glue on this, but I'm just going to roll these up. Actually, I'm just squeezing them off and putting them on here. And so it helped me not like get way on overload. I don't know if that happens to you, but I know several of you have texted me or messaged me this past year saying that you've got a lot of stuff, you just get overwhelmed with getting started stamping. So I thought, I was kind of feeling like that. So I thought, why don't I share this template with everybody? It takes less stress off of me because then my Facebook Live is planned. I can use it for my cards. I use it for my team cards. And I'm sharing it with you because it just gave me a starting point. I'm trying to think what adhesive. I think I'll use a tape runner. I'm going to actually start this about kind of going from my sample card here. I'm going to just cover up the very bottom of that heart so everything kind of hooks together here. I'm going to try and make this straight. Glue, as I said, glue would be a better choice. I might use glue for this one just so it doesn't come off, because I will send these. So I want about like maybe 1/8 of an inch between these. So I'm just trying to line this up like so. This one, usually when I have to line things up that have threes, I start with the two outside ones and then I add the middle one. I feel like for me, it helps me space it just a little bit better. Anyway, so I thought, well, maybe my friends that like to watch on Facebook and YouTube would get an idea from this template. And the template is free to all my newsletter subscribers, as I said on Sunday. Okay, there we go. That's that so far. Now we just have a little bit left to do on this one. Part of my whole story with all this is that I was trying to rest, but I also wanted to do some stamping. But I didn't want to be stressing over my stamping. And since I do, this is my full-time business. More full-time than I really should let it be. But I'm going to just put this guy over to the right. I didn't want to stress over it. I didn't want to have to think very hard because I was so depleted. I just can't believe how depleted my energy was, you guys. I was not paying close enough attention to my body, obviously. All right, let's go ahead and get our ribbon back on here and tie another bow with this. So I really tried to listen after Christmas, and I couldn't believe that it took me almost 4 days, actually 4 whole days, to actually feel like I didn't have lead in my legs getting up from my chair or the couch resting. I must have really, really overdone it. Then all the stress with the refrigerator. And there were some family dynamics on both sides of our families at Christmas, which honestly, most of our married life, we haven't had any drama on either side of the families. And then now we're having some going on in both sides, so that's kind of stressful. And the refrigerator, and then I really pushed hard in November and December. My schedule had to change because of where the holidays landed, just the whole thing. I just think my brain was so tired. Let's go ahead and put some more gems on this. Aren't these pretty gems with this? Let's go ahead and I think I might have used the whiter ones. So these are kind of, I don't know, they're like Calypso Coral. And then, I don't know, I should look it up before I just tell you what they are. They're these shades. They're kind of peachy pink shades. Let's do a little white one. I'll send you some gems in your kit as well, so you can have everything I'm using to make your cards. And there's our second one. Now, again, this could be a Valentine, and since I'm using kind of Valentine-ish paper, for me it very likely will be. But I also have friends whose anniversary is in December. They just had an anniversary, and I think this would be a cute anniversary card. Now, this is my alternate that I made with a different set of papers. And again, both of these will be in the PDF. All 8 of my cards that I made with this template will be in my PDF, so you get more than one idea. All right, there's card number 2. And let's go on. While I'm at it, I'll show you my team cards that I made, same template. So they're getting, this is their make and takes this month. There's one we just used. These 2 we just used. We haven't done that one yet. We haven't done that one yet, but I thought those turned out cute. They all get the PDF, but they have to sign up for the meeting if they want the card kit. And then for my club, I told you I'd show you those. So my club, I'm using the same set this month. This will be very quick sneak peeks. So these are, I have 3 funfuls here. And these are pretty much straight up Valentines. Here's another funfold. I don't think I have anything on the inside of that, but and then this one. If you're interested in getting this kit, I do have a link in the video description on YouTube, and I'll put it on Facebook. You also get a half a pack of this DSP that we're using today. You'll also get some of the doilies that we've been using with several of these. I think there's 4 or so in the kit. You'll get some bubble bath ribbon, and you'll also get a package of the, oh gosh, where is it? I had it out. Oh, these guys. So this is a loose heart assortment. Oh, I can't see you. This is a loose heart assortment of like little love letters and hearts and lips. It's really cute, and you get a lot of those. So that's for my club. Again, I did put that link in the video description on YouTube, and I'll put it on Facebook. Okay, now let's go to one more card. Well, I have 2 more to show you. So this is a little bit fancier. Well, that's not the one. This is the one, actually. Let's make this one. And you'll be happy to know, probably, that I already did the embossing on this, so it's not going to take very long. I even stamped the heart, so this would go fairly quickly and not take a super amount of time. Plus, we don't have the embossing folder or the heat tool making so much noise. This is just Poppy Parade. So I switched to Poppy Parade for this one. It's one of my favorite reds. Since it's right after Christmas, and I do use Poppy Parade at Christmas too, but I use real red probably. Gosh, this is just not wanting to I just don't want to take the time with it. So this is how I normally do embossed paper cardstock. You know why? This is thick. This is white thick, which I never use for a layer. But Basic White was sold out, the regular, and I had to, I have it coming now, but it was sold out for a while. So I had to use the white thick, and it didn't really want to let me tape the tape runner very well. Okay, these are our 3 strips, whoops, that we cut. These are the 1x4 strips. Let's just go ahead and get those down. Now I'm going to make a liar out of myself. When I said I usually do the outside ones first, actually for this one, I am going to use tape for this in case I need to move them a little bit. They'll move easier on with a tape runner than they will if I do Liquid glue, liquid glue, you're done dealing. Once it sets, you can't move it without tearing up your paper. Okay, this will be good. Oops, I don't want that there. That's when my, gosh, I cannot talk today. I really can talk, I assure you. But today, the words aren't coming out. That's why I like my silicone mat, because you can, that is crooked as heck, Joe. All right, let's try it again. Let's get this straight. There we go, that's better. And then we'll do that same polka dot pattern here, on here. Let's go back to our diagram for just a moment here. So we've used this one, we've used these, and now we're using these 1x4 strips on this card. Now, I did go ahead and do the embossing on this. If you haven't done heat embossing before, let me just show you really quick how to do this. So I'm not gonna actually do the heat embossing, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. So in your kit will be a piece of, this is pretty in pink paper. You want to make sure when you're using photopolymer stamps, which is all we're gonna carry going forward, that you have either a magazine, or the best is really our piercing mat. It's called a Stamp and Pierce mat. It just makes the, whoops, do I have Poppy Parade? Yeah, I'm using Poppy Parade ink. It just makes the ink absorb into the paper better. It gives you that little added cushion that rubber stamps used to give you to make a really good impression. So I'm going to make sure this is really inked well, because we're stamping photopolymer stamps on colored cardstock. So we want to make sure this is inked really, really well. And I'm going to just line this up on here. I'm going to give it some extra time to soak in. So that's not very good. I don't like that. It's not really, probably needed to re-ink my ink pad, and I didn't. So let's try that again. Let's make sure we get it really, really, really inked. I just didn't feel like it was a very solid image. And I'm not sure why. It should be. Maybe I should be using real red ink. It's probably better. So let's give this a good press. If it's not a really good image, we're just going to go with it anyway. I'm guessing I probably used real red on my actual card. I thought it was Poppy Parade. That's better. It's not great. So when that happens, just make sure of a couple things. Make sure you have rubbed your stamp itself with like a pencil eraser, and then make sure your ink pad is very well inked. And then you'll get a really good image, and as long as you use your piercing mat or a soft surface like a magazine of some kind. Okay, so that's done. Then let me give you a quick, I said I was going to talk to you about heat embossing. So for heat embossing, we would have this red strip. Let me, holy cow. Hold on. Sorry guys, I need to grab a little bit of scrap paper so I can show you this. Okay, you'll have a strip like this in your kit, but for the sake of showing you how to do this, let me just make sure everybody knows how. And we're not going to actually do it, but I do want to go through the motions here. You'll take your, grab a scrap paper, because this is powdery, and then you'll just use your heat emboss. This is called an embossing buddy, and you'll just tap that on really good. Then you're going to take your Versamark ink. Make sure also that your Versamark ink is inked really well too. We're just going to do one word on this so I can show you. So we're going to do happy. Make sure your stamp, again, is inked really, really well. I should be using my mat out here, but we're going to just go for it. There we go. That's pretty good. Then you'll take your embossing powder. And I used white. This is bright opaque white. Okay. And then you sprinkle it on, sprinkle it off. And if it doesn't look really solid, try tapping it on again. There we go. That's much, much, much better. Then you'll just heat it with your heat tool. As I said, I've done that already, so I'm not going to do it, but I wanted to make sure I showed you how. Your embossing powder, the white comes in a group of WOW. It's called WOW Basics, and it's black, clear, and white in that group. Okay, we're going to pretend like we just did that. I'll set this aside. Okay, now we've got this done, and voila, we've got it done. So we'll go ahead and just cut it apart. And like that. This maybe should be trimmed up a bit. There we go, like that. Okay, we're ready to put this together. Now, since we've got vellum, we want to be careful to hide the adhesive. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to put all my elements on the vellum heart first. I know that's kind of hard to see. Let's get out our mat so you can see just a little bit better. So I'm going to just quickly put some dimensionals on our vellum heart. And this is going to go up here in the corner. I haven't had a chance to look at your comments yet, so I'm anxious to see if you send Valentines or not, if you answered my question. If you didn't answer it yet, make sure you do. This is kind of going to go like, oh, it's not that, like this on here. So let's go ahead and get those on. I had those of you that did answer already on my Facebook page. I had a lot of answers that were similar to me. Most of you said, I do send a few. I make a few and send a few or give a few. Let's go up here like this. Like so. And then we'll put this at the same angle. And I didn't ask about treat boxes. I used to make a lot of treat boxes because I have friends. So it's going to be okay. Looks like it's pretty far. Yeah, that'll be okay. Let's go ahead and do our day. Where's our day that I had first and then I lost it? Oh, good Lord. Here it is. Back to losing things that are right in front of me. Alrighty, so we've got this part done. Happy Valentine's Day. This is obviously straight up Valentine's. So this will go to, might go to Steve for me. Now, we don't want, if I put a dimensional here, this is going to show on the front. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide it wherever there is an element. I'm calling like the strips where they have the greeting. I'm calling those elements. Let's go right here. I don't think that'll show. I hope it does show. Can't do that, but we could go here like that. And we could put a mini dimensional up here. So we want everything to be covered up, all our adhesives to be covered up under all the stuff that's on the front of the heart. So that's why I did my vellum heart first. And now I'm just going to put this, I'm going to tilt it a bit to the side, like so. Then we'll get our bow out. Let me grab the ribbon again. Ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. I don't know where it is, so we'll just use this instead. I got one made. Again, it gets chaotic here. I don't know why, but it just does. I think the bubble gum will look better. Here's the bubble gum one. If the ribbon turns up in the next few minutes, I'll make a bow. Oh, we need gems. We need gems. We need gems on this one. Let me grab the gems. And we will, let's put the orangier ones on this one. Let's go down here. Put one here. Where did I have them? Oh, I guess I had two right next to each other. Down here, one orange one and one kind of white one. And then let's see what we've got left here. One of these maybe up here. There we go. Happy Valentine's Day. Looks cute. And this is the alternate that I did. And this one I added pecan pie on. I didn't do any embossing on this one, but I used the same three strips. So you get to see two completely different orientations with this same template, the One Sheet Wonder. And we've got 3 of our cards done, and we just have 1 more. And this will go very fast. Okay, well, it'll go very fast if I can find it. You guys, I don't know. I felt like I had to dive in somewhere, but I can't even find my last card, so I might just have to show it to you instead of make it for you, which, wouldn't be the worst thing I've ever done. Oh, here it is. Good heavens. Okay. I did have everything very organized. Let's go ahead with this one. We've got our last little group of 1.5 by 1.5 squares here. I also have a heart that I've already die cut and a greeting, that same greeting one. Okay, so let's go ahead with this one. Maybe as I'm scrambling around here, I will find the bubble bath ribbon. I don't know. Who knows? All right, same thing. This is the same thing. I tried to make this simple to just recreate. I've got the 4 by 5.25 piece of white that is embossed with the Hearts of Love, I think it's called, embossing folder. We're just going to use glue straight up on this one because it's that thick, white thick, which I love for card bases, but it was a little harder to get the glue to it here. So this is the same size square as we did on one of our earlier cards. This first card, this is a 3 1/4. This Flirty Flamingo or Strawberry Slush was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 square. So now what we'll do here is we're just going to line up these squares like so. Let's go there, 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 and there. All right, I'm going to use my tape runner for this. I hope you guys had a good holiday season. I hope you weren't exhausted like I was. Or if you were, I hope you had time to rest and recuperate, or that you gave yourself time as well. As women, I think we push, and maybe men do too, but I know as women we keep on pushing. This doesn't look like it's exactly 3 by 3, but we'll just go for it. It should be, 1.5 by 1.5. So here we go. And this guy. Let's get this going. Okay, there we go. So that's that. Now we're going to take the other half of that doily, wherever I put that, and that was also sitting here. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you could just see, it's not, why is this so crazy today? It's just crazy, crazy. Well, I'll show you the finished one. No, this is the finished one. So maybe my doily will show up. I have no idea where I put it. I'm not going to glue this down too tight because I do have a doily that I'm going to put on this. So I'm just going to get this card done so we can say we got her done. Going to stamp my greeting. And let's do today and always. This would be a beautiful wedding card or an anniversary card as well. This is going to be real red. I actually had 2 doilies sitting here. Remember that? Or no, you couldn't see them. They were out of the camera. One was a whole one, and then the one I cut in half. I swear to you, I'm not quite this ditzy when I'm crafting on my own. I still lose things. I lose things all the time. But I'm looking here. I'm looking quickly. You're trying not to waste your time. Where is that doily? Doggone it. And here it is. Got on top of the DSP so I couldn't see it. So we'll tuck this in. Well, we didn't really stick this down, so let's just go ahead pull that back up, stick down the rest of our doiling. And as I said, you'll get one of these in your kit as a thank you for your $75 order. You'll get the supplies for all the cards you're seeing me make today. All right, so let's put this one over here. These doilies are really pretty. My mom used to make a big deal out of Valentine's Day. I don't know if your moms did that or your families did, but my mom, I always had something. We had gifts on Valentine's Day, usually got candy. I can remember getting a pair of ruffly white socks. I was very young. I was a little girl when I remember that one, but she always made it special. So I think of her when I see these little lacy things like that because those are the types of things she got me for gifts. And my brother, well, she didn't get lacy things for my brother, but she had gifts for both of us, obviously. Okay, so let's get this guy over here. I already die cut my strawberry slush heart. Let's get this one on here. I kind of want to make sure I'm not putting a dimensional on top of a dimensional, so just checking that real quickly. Anyway, I think of my mom, well, I think of her for all holidays, but I have fond memories of Valentine's Day with my mom, always making it special. Okay, let's go. So I do like to do extra things for once in a while for our nieces and nephews and the little great nieces and nephews that are pretty little at this point. Let's go ahead and grab. Usually, to be honest, though, for those little ones, I've got treat boxes, which I haven't done yet, but I probably will because I want to have some on hand for when they come over sometimes after church. Okay, I don't know where my pink ribbon is, but you got to see it earlier, so we're just going to grab one of those finished bows again that are done in the linen thread. And let's get some gems on this. And then I'll show you that template again and how everything all came together. So on this one, I'm going to use whatever gems are left on this row. There should be more than one. Let's see. Let's get those over here. Oh, one more. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, friends. There are those. That's the fourth one. I hope you'll try this template. And as I said, it's free to my newsletter subscribers on Sunday, so I hope you'll subscribe and get this. And then I hope you'll make some cards with it and share them with me so that I can see what you're making as well. Because if I'm not being helpful, then I probably should hang up my shingle. This is This is my alternative for this one. Let's get the original ones out and the alternatives out. So this was our square. Well, this was our second one. Got a stack of cards here. So this is the one we made. There's an alternative. I'm going to see if I can get these all on the screen. And then this guy is the same as, not that one. Where is it? Sorry, I know my arm's in the camera. This one. So that's the alternative. This is the one we made today. This is these two. This is the one we made today. That's the alternative. And then this is the one we made today. And, oh no, this is the alternative for this one. These two. This one we made today. This is the alternative for that one. So not that. Let's get out. This one was the alternative for this one, was the alternative for that one. We made this one. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of cards there. These are the four we made today. Okay, and then the ones behind them are on top in the viewing screen. these are the ones that are alternative. All 8 are in the PDF tutorial. So if you put in an order for $50 this week through Sunday, that's only through Sunday, I will send you the PDF for all these, including the template. Now I'm looking to see who is visiting with me. So thanks for being patient. You guys, you've been chit-chatting and I just have not been here. It should have been 12:30. Yeah, Georgia, I know. I wasn't, no, I didn't forget, Georgia. I had technical issues. Sorry. I'm sorry I was late. Yes, I know I was late. The little box on the left of the screen indicates we're waiting for Joey. Georgia, I'm sorry. You know, life is like that sometimes. The video stays up on YouTube. You can watch it anytime. So I feel like you're kind of scolding me, and I am really sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay, my new Anna Griffin Elite die cutting machine just landed. Oh, those are so nice. I'm excited to know what you think of it because I've been looking at that as well. Um, I'm on Central, same as Joy. My box indicates lots of questions. Is there a time zone? No, just sitting here with my eyes closed. How long do we wait before we give up? Yes, I'm in Nebraska. So maybe these were all left ahead of time. I'm not sure. Um, well, maybe you're making friends among each other. That would be totally wonderful too. Hi, Kathy Sanford. So glad you're here. Hi, Tina, Alexina. It's so nice to have you here again. Kathy Viverka, happy to see you. Um, okay, that's okay, Kathy. I know I was late. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I could switch to just doing recorded videos, which is another option. Sometimes the morning just goes like that. I was prepared, but again, I apologize. I know it's inconvenient. Yeah, Tina, appliances breaking down, always a nightmare. Hi, Kay. Oh, I'm glad you found me. And Tina, hello. Georgia says she's sending packs to her family so they can use. I'm guessing that's Valentine packages. I'm not sure. I make for the grandchildren every year and send money to be mailed and make small bags for the grands. That's from Angela. That sounds nice. Hi, Pam. Sweet friend, I'm glad you're here. Oh, Georgia, I'm glad you like the card. Kathy, thanks for all your cute cards. Kathy Vaverka, thank you, my friend. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. Cute cards. I like the doily. Pam Reed likes the doily one. It makes it show. Hi, Liz. Thank you. Hi, Julie. No worries, Julie. I was late. I know. So just taking all these, we were trying to clarify the time. Thank you, Georgia. I'm sorry. I felt so bad. I feel so bad when I'm late, and I get so frustrated with the technical issues. So that's just me. I feel bad about it, and then if I feel, especially I feel like you've let me, or I've let you down, I feel really bad. I haven't been late for a while actually, but this is my streaming program that I had to restart my computer. It wouldn't bring up the sound. I had to lock out, get out of my program, come back into my program. And it takes 20 minutes, a good 20 minutes. And I was already like a few minutes late. So you're welcome. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Tina. You love the cards. Thank you, Julie. Christy, my friend, I haven't seen you forever. I've been thinking of you. I'm so glad you're here. Happy New Year to you, my friends, all of you. So thank you. I know I got a little defensive about being late just because I feel bad, and it's been a hard thing coming back. I'm sorry, getting emotional about it. It was a stressful holiday season because of, as I said, things going on with my family. But I wanted to be here today, so I pushed through to get some cards made. And I did try to rest, but I'm very sorry for being late. I'll try not to let it happen again, but again, dealing with technology sometimes, I'm I'm past my 70th birthday, so sometimes technology is a challenge for me. But don't give up on me because I always come. I'm always here. When I say I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here, sometimes late, but hopefully not very often, especially going forward. Okay, Christy. All right, kids. So nice to see you. If you're watching replay, thanks for being here. If you sat through all the chit chatting and visiting and comments, I love that you stayed and stayed, with me. And thank you, Liz, my friend Liz. She's always watches and always encourages me. And Kathy Sanford sending more hugs. Thank you. I'm going to cry, so I think I probably better get off for now. It's been a long morning, a long getting back to getting going. But we're getting going. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can use this template. I really, really do. It was fun for me. Thank you. More power to you, Kathy says. She says I would have to do videos. Yeah, the recorded videos. And that's still an option. I still might end up doing recorded videos at some point because doing the technology is usually smooth. It had been smooth. It was rocky while I was learning it. Then it got pretty good. And now today it all fell apart again. So there you go. Um, Thank you, Kathy. Technology is so frustrating when you can't make it work. Yeah. I know, Kathy, but and I do come down early to get it going. And today, nothing I was doing was going right. Now I'm just blithering on, but the beginning of a new catalog is always challenging too because I wanted to get the PDF up for the online exclusives. I wanted to make sure I showed you all the specials so you don't miss anything and you don't go, I didn't know about that. And just everything. And so I feel a little overwhelmed even though I've been resting. I don't know why I'm on the verge of tears. I have no idea. But that's where I am, I guess, because I do feel like I let you down by being late, and I'm so sorry. And I tried not to be, but anyway, I was, and I apologize, and we're going to get through this. And I promise I'll be back, and hopefully on time next week. But if I'm not, I'm coming. All right, love you guys. So thanks so much for being here. Take care, everybody. Thank you for the hearts. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.